The time has finally come for me to play Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube. Unfortunately, a certain somebody does not want me to play this game. Bruce Fry must not play Harry Potter in the Chamber of Secrets on his YouTube channel. I have to! My YouTube channel is my home! I don't have much. When you start up the game, Harry and Ron are just arriving at the Burrow. Fred and George are not with them. I'll just say it now, this game is even worse at following the plot than the Sorcerer's Stone game was. Your first order of business is to get these gnomes out of the yard. The ghoul that's living in the house, he's not hurting a thing. But we cannot have gnomes in the yard.
I think you deserve a chocolate frog.
Oh, thanks. I always wanted one.
This is a good opportunity to practice some dueling.
Why would he need to learn about dueling? It's not like the students at Hogwarts are gonna need to learn to defend themselves from a monster or something. Do the twins know something we don't?
What's wrong, Ginny? You don't look very happy.
Blue powder went wrong, and I dropped all my things in the fireplaces I passed.
How many fireplaces did she go through?
I think I dropped my brass scales when I passed the fireplace in the magical menagerie. My new quill definitely fell into the back of Gamble and James. And I'm sure I saw Hagrid when I lost my speller tape. So I think that must be in the leaky cauldron.
So let me get this straight. She went through more than one fireplace? Diagon Alley! 3 different locations of it! And because Mrs. Weasley is too lazy and Mr. Weasley is one of several characters missing from this game, Harry has to go find Ginny stuff in addition to finding his school supplies. The things I do for a girl I won't be dating for another 4 years. At the menagerie, I met this really creepy guy.
Didn't you hear me, boy? I said, we're closed now. Go away.
He looks like a house elf had a baby with John Quincy Adams. And we gotta sneak past him to find Ginny's things. You have to sneak past a bunch of people in this game.
Go away and stop bothering my creatures, boy.
Oh, I just wanted to pet the Kneasels.
Oh, Harry, you're so wonderful.
No, really. It was nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Here, have a chocolate frog for your efforts.
Thanks, Mrs. Weasley.
Do I get a chocolate frog every time I do a good deed? All right, Harry, here's a chocolate frog. Just remember to feed him and play with him, and if he's ever bad, you can eat him. Screw crazy old cat ladies. Here's a crazy young frog man who's also a wizard. Ain't that some One last stop at Flourish and Blotts, where we meet Lockhart and we see Lucius slip the diary to Ginny. And then Ron comes in.
Harry, we've missed the train. Missed the train? Yes. The Hogwarts Express left 5 minutes ago.
But Draco and Ginny were literally just here. They definitely missed the train too. Who's up for a flying car road trip? Anyways, let's fast forward to Hogwarts. The school's loaded with chests which contain wizard cards. There's 101 of them in all. Some of them are repeats that you have to trade with certain students.
I don't have that card.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
You collect every flavor beans, which you can use at the Twin Shop. They sell cards and stuff that I seriously found no use for throughout the game.
Non-explodable luminous balloons.
And you have to do a lot of dueling, which is just playing tennis with your wand. You go to classes to learn new spells, but instead of teaching you the spells, the teachers send Harry through a crawl space in the classroom where Harry goes through a bunch of killer obstacles, leading to a spell book that will teach you the spell. So Harry's risking his life while the teachers are back in their classroom sipping butterbeer or something. And why is Harry the only student they asked to go through the crawl space?
Mr. Potter, if you wouldn't mind coming forward, please.
I guess that means Harry's the only one learning these spells. This game makes no sense.
Phew. Thanks, Harry.
You know what I deserve? A chocolate frog. What, no frog? Well, what the Mrs. Weasley? An annoying thing about this game is after each lesson you have to end the day by going to your bed. Made even more frustrating because the Gryffindor common room is on the very top floor. And in the nighttime, Harry's always got to do a task that involves sneaking out.
I suppose you want me to sneak out to the library again.
Could you? Oh, thanks, Harry.
I love how unsympathetic Hermione is in this game. Always making Harry sneak out without thinking of the consequences. Unfortunately, while I was out, the monster makes its first attack.
Oh no!
Yes, in this game, Nearly Headless Nick is the first victim. So the next night, Hermione makes you sneak out to the library to get a book to learn about the Chamber of Secrets. Cause no teacher cares about the student's safety in this game. To get to the library, you gotta sneak past all these prefects.
That's 10 points from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter.
Now, I actually had this game when I was younger, and this is where I quit because the prefects scared the shit out of me.
There's someone down here.
I mean, it's like you're being watched. The next thing you know, Hermione's already made the Polyjuice potion, and Harry, as Goyle, is sent to the Slytherin common room alone, without Ron. Is Harry the only person in this game that's not completely inept?
Try and find Malfoy. He's usually lurking about the dungeons this time of night.
And, how would you know that, Hermione? Do you sneak out to the dungeons at night to meet Malfoy? Well, despite what I said, Ron does find the diary, and after reading it, Harry sneaks out to Hagrid's hut, without Ron, where we see Hagrid getting arrested, even though no Muggleborns have been attacked. Nearly Headless Nick is still the only victim in this game so far. Hagrid might just be getting arrested for embezzlement or something. Or maybe he's been huffing gillyweed, I don't know. Then I'm off to the forest, alone, where I end up fighting Aragog, alone. And after the battle, Ron shows up in the car to save me. It's almost like Ron has a stamp card. For every 10 things he doesn't do, he'll do one thing.
Ginny's been behaving strangely of late. Keep an eye on her, will you, Harry?
Oh, he will, Percy. He will. And now Hermione is petrified, or at least we think she is. You don't ever see her, but you just gotta believe Ron. Now on to the chamber where we meet Tom Riddle and fight the Basilisk. And I'm actually surprised how easy this boss battle is. The acid she spits is very easy to dodge, and she dies with just 5 blows. The Basilisk just ain't what it used to be. Really, she's about 1,000 years old.
You did really well against the Basilisk, Harry. Your father would have been very proud.
But your mother, she'd have disowned you. So the game's alright, but it gets awfully repetitive, and so many important parts are absent here. Dobby's not even in it! I now understand why you didn't want me to play this. I can't think of a better way to end this episode than with a wise quote from the great Albus Dumbledore.
Bad leadership is all about being more single-minded than others. Good leadership is all about eating large quantities of cake.